Hello, Musto006. We're back for part 10 of I Want to Be the Permanence. Last time we started the final path, I managed to clear the first area, section, whatever you want to call it, so the platforming bit and then the boss. And I was expecting to have despite the fact that I obviously knew what was more new was coming than the first time I played this, I was expecting to have a pretty bad time on it, but the things that I was expecting to trip me up, the main one being that absolute god-awful wall jump section on the cart, which wouldn't necessarily be so bad if the screen wasn't scrolling, but the screen is scrolling very quickly to the right-hand side. That section that one bit took me at least half an hour first time through. Admittedly, I got more of an idea just remembering from the strategy about where I wanted to position myself, which walls I wanted to jump off and whatnot, but to clear that, like literally first or second go, was absolutely incredible. So yeah, I thought that was going to take ages. And it didn't. The rest of the area went by pretty well as well, frankly. And the boss, I actually thought I was just going to cut the boss, because I was going to basically give it 2 or 3 goes, absolutely no more than 5. I don't think it ended up being, I don't think it ended up being more than 5. I think it might have been 4th go or something. I don't know, but I was not going to give it any more than 5 because I had literally nothing else to say about it. I wanted to prove the point about not shooting Zangief and then just give it a couple of goes, because I literally had nothing interesting to say about the boss whatsoever. It is tedium personified. It doesn't get really difficult until like the final stretch, whereby you seem like you get dicked over quite a lot with a wall of obstacles that you just can't avoid. But wow, didn't even have to cut that boss. Amazing. Anyway, that was Area 1 done, and we are moving on to Area 2, which is considerably shorter, and on the face of it, considerably easier. I guess I'll walk off the right-hand side there, and I don't mind showing that off, and proving that, yeah, that's a kill. But as you see, as we get to the right-hand side, we get this downward arrow coming up here. These are going to, yeah, okay, I knew the fruit were all going to, like, converge on me quite quickly, but I wasn't quite sure exactly how it's going to work. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I don't need to jump quite so high with the second jump there. Wasn't quite sure exactly where the manoeuvre to get to safety was. Okay, good, fine. And I think let's go back to the left. Yeah, we fall through the ground, and yeah, we can move on. But anyway, yeah, this is a whoops. I was not paying attention to that bit of fruit, but I just so happened to walk under it at the perfect time. Wow. Okay. Right, I think the one from the left-hand side. Okay, I forgot about the one from above that was going to trigger, and I didn't actually. Yeah, I took my time on that one, down, up, and I took my time, looked quite closely at that bit of fruit, and still managed to mess it up. Whereas just literally going at it right from the beginning. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, didn't work out. Wonderful. I think Toad here is going to fire some fruit at us, but provided we're quick, it shouldn't cause any problems. And I forgot about the cactus. Yay! Okay. I thought I'd do a better job of remembering where bits and pieces were on this area, but, well, we'll see as time goes on. I don't think it's that tricky an area. I certainly prefer it, wow, I certainly prefer it to the first area we've had. It just feels, or felt at least anyway. We'll see how this goes. Far less frustrating on a first time playthrough anyway, but, yeah, it's probably just due to the length of it, frankly. This area does actually, yeah, considerably shorter than the other area. Okay, so we'll fake out a cactus here this time, and then we'll drop down, and then we'll be fine. Cool, good. Right, moving on. Okay, that actually doesn't look like the nicest thing to have to time out. Yeah, that looks kind of. I'm guessing I can't. I wonder if I can. Let's see if we can save like on the right hand side of this and then go. We can. Okay, good. Let's try and do that. Then that means I don't have to piddle about waiting for the. There. Yeah, provided I'm quick off the block, I mean, yeah, I don't really have to piddle about waiting for the cycle for those spikes to protrude in and out. So, yay. Anything I can do to prevent... Wow! Stuff like that, or mean I don't have to hang around quite so much, will do. Of course, I do still have to pull this off. Then that's still not the most easy thing to do. That's a very narrow gap there that I'm having to get through between the spikes obviously coming down from the ceiling and the actually making up to the ledge. So, yeah, not the simplest of things, even when I got that sorted. Anyway, that was so badly timed, it wasn't even funny. Yeah, I think I'm probably liable to do that quite a lot, actually. Just, wow, not jump high enough here, because I don't want to do, because it looks stupid. But equally, I feel like a lot of the time what I'm going to do is not jump high enough to actually reach the bloody ledge, which again is going to look awful, but it's to safeguard against, hopefully, not jumping into the protruding spikes. But anyway, we need to make our way over to the right-hand side of the screen and hit the switch at the top right. That sends another whole bunch of other spikes protruding up and down. So now we Oh, goodness me. The spike also obviously cleared a path. Oh, sorry, the switch, the spike. The switch cleared a path at the bottom bottom left, middle side of the screen, so we can actually get past, below here. Well, I died, so we didn't get to see where here was, but if you look to the bottom of the screen, you can below where here I am now, you can clearly see that's where we need to go. So that is what that's what the point of going up all the way to the top and hitting the switch is. That's not good, but I managed to get out of it. Right, let's see if we can do a bit of a better job with this one this time. No, because I moved to the right too quick at the bottom there and clipped the damn thing on its way on my way down. Fabulous. I'm also rather suspicious. So I do remember a trigger. I do remember a trap in the floor, and it's very actually nicely positioned. That was awful. There's a fake bit of floor over on below the rightmost downward facing spike, which I'm really hoping I have the presence of mind to remember is there when I get down that far. That would and that's remembering that's going to be really useful, because as you can probably tell, this screen is causing its fair amount of problems. Unfortunately, I am very suspicious of those two bits of fruit on the right hand side there, because I can't remember what they do. Or there's going to be some sort of trigger there, but there isn't. That's just maybe that's just there to prey on your mind, make you nervous and such like that. Because otherwise, like, why are they there? I don't remember them. I don't remember what they're going to do. But no, thankfully they don't do anything. They're just there for maybe just to keep you on edge. But thank goodness I remember that fake bit of floor below the spike. It's very actually quite easy to remember. Given that I died to it, and again I'm playing this quite recently after playing it for the first time, and that the last spike on the ceiling is perfectly lined up above it. So you've got a clear kind of tell for where you need to be. This bit is probably going to absolutely kick my arse first time around, because I'm sure all these fruit, or much of them fall down, and I can't really remember which ones do and which ones don't. Or remember all like the safe spots and stuff like that. Okay, that was okay, and that was not. Ugh. Maybe I don't even have to go over there. Can I outrun that? Okay, if I can outrun that, that's fine. We'll just won't worry about that bit of fruit on the left-hand side. That'll make it considerably easier. That one comes down. This one probably comes down as well. Yes. So we have to worry about that. I mean, I'm aware. Again, it's one of those ones where I'm aware of the kind of stuff that's going to be going on here, but without without knowing exactly what's going to happen. So, because some of these are on our way back. Once we go over to the right-hand side and hit the switch, some of them are then also going to trigger on the way back over to the left. Where do I have to be to trigger this thing out? Okay. I'm guessing one of these is going to fall. Okay, good. And then probably these. Let's go over that one. And over that one. This one up. This one down. Okay, good. Well, I think that one might come down, but I should be able to outrun it. Yeah, fine. And that was bad. Anyway, like I was saying, it's one of those ones where I'm familiar at least with what's, in essence, what's going to happen without necessarily remembering, obviously, without playing it, going through it a few times, without knowing exactly which bits of fruit are going to fall and where, or whether indeed they're going to go up or down. That was just awful again. I need to go over to the left-hand side and just fake that out much better than what I'm doing here. I'm not quite sure. I presume it's a trigger point up and to the right of that bit of fruit there, because it seems to be. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening with that trigger or where the placement for it is. Yeah, that's not better. Are you joking? I think you definitely can go to the right-hand side to outrun Toad there, and you can avoid the fruit there as well. But I did not like that when I first did it. I found like I just ran out of room on the right-hand side and was just getting screwed over quite a bit. Like, okay, that was better until the one I obviously got hit on. I need to jump over that one. And obviously, once Toad gets a fair distance away, I've obviously got a bit more reaction time. The ones that are obviously getting me here are the ones where Toad is still fairly close to me, and obviously the fruit are coming at me quite quickly. So that's what's screwed me up. So I need to jump. Okay. I feel like I know what I'm doing there, but I still can't quite get the technique quite right. Once I get that, I think I remember where all the other traps are on this screen, so we should be fine after that. At least I'm hoping. But yeah, this bit, so even when you clearly know what you're doing, I need to jump there. That one's catching me out. But I jumped previously, and maybe I jumped like too high and then tried to double jump on another one or something. But this is catching me off guard quite considerably now. It's like, once I get past this bit, I think I should be fine. But there, that one, for example, it didn't, like, I'm not sure what I did differently there, but it didn't go along the ground, because jumping there was no good. It went up. So, I don't quite actually know what I'm doing wrong here. Are you serious? I should not have hit that. I'm not saying it was anything to do with the hitbox of the game there, or that I got screwed over or anything like that. I just having got that far through there, I should not have hit that. But man, this is a frustrating section. Thank you. Good grief. Right, going to inch along here because Toad at some point in time is going to come down. And I think we're fine. I don't think there's anything else. No, we just fall through we fall through the floor there, and we're good. Fine. Okay. And that actually brings us to, I believe, at least anyway, the last screen of this area. Yep, I told you it was short. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go over and hit both these switches. Hit the switch on. I'm going to go to the right-hand one first because, frankly, the exit to this screen, or where I'm going to need to go, is on the left-hand side. So there's no point whatsoever in going left and then right and then left again. I might as well go right, left. That just saved me a lot of trouble, a lot of hassle. Yeah, we have to hit the two red switches. The wall there goes away. I messed up that twin spike jump. That was awful. Yeah, these are actually kind of tricky. I feel like, funny enough, these spikes here, the hitboxes on them is sort of just a little bit more tricky than regular spikes. They lost my double jump on the edge of that ledge. But yeah, the hitboxes on these, they just seem to be, yeah, not quite like your regular spikes. I don't know if they are just slightly higher or slightly wider or what, but I'm not going to complain too much, or indeed really at all, because they're not. They're still not that difficult, but. The hitboxes are different, or they feel different anyway. Okay, so this cloud is going to zoom over to the right-hand side, and then the cactus is kind of going to fake us out, but having used our double jump, we couldn't obviously move over to the left-hand side, but provided you hug the right-hand wall, you'll be absolutely fine. I'm not actually sure if any of those kill you. In fact, I'm going to test that out after saving. They don't. So there's literally nothing here. I mean, I didn't think they would, based on the boss of this area. Which, I mean, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but it's next screen, so not too much. But, okay, so once you actually get down here, this end section is literally just a gimme. These don't hurt you at all, you don't get trapped anywhere, like a fake block suddenly appearing that'll, like a little M9 you or anything like that. Okay, fine. We are done with the area, and I'm hoping this could say is going to be a very short video, unless I have a literal nightmare on the boss. If I die to this boss, I'm going to be devastated. It's Wario. Basically, all there is to this, again, it's a boss that I don't have anywhere near as much annoyance or frustration with as I do, for example, with the Cherry boss, or the Scribble boss, or indeed that other boss we just had in the first section of the final part. I guess Wario actually fragging me like that could be a death. That didn't happen, I think, when I first played this through, but I suppose that is a possible death. But yeah, all that happens here, it feels like we're playing Tetris. Yeah, basically blocks come down from the ceiling as well as fruit. We just need to hit the fruit into Wario. It's made even potentially a little bit easier by fruit which just naturally falls down from the ceiling that lands on him. That also counts as a hit. So yeah, that's really nice as well. Avoid the fruit, avoid Wario, that's pretty much all there is to it. Provided you keep hitting Wario and don't leave it too long, the ceiling won't ever come down. I'm not going to go over the right hand side there and hit the fruit because I don't fancy getting over Wario or indeed under him there to hit him. But this is literally, oh come on, final hit. Yeah, that's literally the boss. And again, I'm going to move off the screen just in case I get screwed over by anything. I don't think I would do, but And I'm going to turn that music down just because it's quite loud on my sort of what will be the close to this video. And we're only just at the 15-minute mark. But yeah, that's the boss. Seriously, I can't complain about it from a difficulty point of view, or even a tedious point of view. It goes by quickly. It is ridiculously easy. Imagine what else we've gone through in this game so far, including obviously the 8 screens, some of the other bosses we've had in there, the final part, what we've had before that, and the final part. That boss is just, there's literally nothing to it. It's not tedious, it doesn't drag on for ages. In some cases it even plays itself. Like, I swear actually, frankly, I could not even bother to shoot the fruit at Wario. If I'm not dreadfully unlucky, I swear enough fruit will just fall from the ceiling and automatically land on him to kill him. And I think, yeah, as long as you keep hitting him, the ceiling won't ever get down to and crush you or anything like that. That boss is just... Again, it feels like an absolutely awful boss because it's just nothing to it whatsoever. But I'm not frustrated on it. It's not tedious. It is literally child's play though. There is nothing to that boss. It is a cakewalk. So yeah, I can't say I'm too impressed with that boss either. There's literally nothing to it. Yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm not going to start the third part. This is going to be a very short video. We're not even going to be 17 minutes long, I don't think. Or pretending how long this outro is. I don't think it should be going much longer. But yeah, I'm not going to start section 3 of this final part. It is quite long. And potentially there's quite an annoying boss at the end of it. It's a better boss than that one. Indeed, the first boss of this area. But I'm still not saying much. I still don't necessarily a huge fan of the next boss. But it's better than the 2 we've just had in this final part. But yeah, it's quite a long section, or indeed I think it's quite long, so yeah, I'm not going to get into it now. We'll kick that off next time with, yeah, a very short video and a relatively easy, straightforward second section of the final path. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and next time we'll continue on with the third section of the final path. Until then, cheerio.